Greetings, gamers, Agent SN, and you want to know the best thing you can ever make out of these 3 letters that make up a Roman numeral? Well, take a look. You can probably guess it by my profile picture and by this. This is quite possibly the best, this is quite possibly the greatest game ever made. Final Fantasy VII. Yup. You guys saw it coming from a mile away. You guys probably saw me make this video at some point. So as you guys know, a while ago, I made a video dedicated to the game that I chose at number, actually, that's today's video. But as you guys know, about a month ago, I made a video on my top 10 favorite video games of all time, even though I call it top 10 best games of all time. And yeah, this video got around 41 views. And it was a video all dedicated to my 10 personal favorite games. The game I chose at number 1 is no other than, of course, Final Fantasy VII. You guys saw it coming, because my profile picture is that. Now, although, yes, I am. Now, although I make mainly a lot of Nintendo content on this channel, doesn't mean that I'm, I also really like some Square Enix RPGs as well, so I thought it'd be fun to make this video eventually. But why? Why do I love this game so much? Why I personally consider it to be my personal favorite, with Mario Galaxy being second place or something? Well, find out today. And sorry for background noises. But yeah, find out today, guys. Let's begin. So yeah, I'll sorry for any background noises they may hear. It's just my family doing some other stuff. But anyway, though. So the game begins, of course, with Cloud getting off a train and heading on to Midgar, and yes, when I first saw that, I was blown away. Now, while the graphics are really the best nowadays, but I mean, it was all they could do at the time. It was on the OG PlayStation, as you can see. I actually own an original copy of this game before they re-released it, before they re-released it on the Platinum Hits label. Though I do also own it digitally, too, on the PS3, because you can buy PS1 games digitally on there. I also do own the PC release as well. And so there's also Final Fantasy VII Remake on the PS4, which we'll get to eventually. But anyway, though, this game, it's just a blast. It's a blast. It's the best game I've ever played. But why do I personally love it? Well, here. Let me explain it. This game truly set a big experience for me. I was 21 years late to this game, but this game released in 1997. I ended up playing it 2 years ago. But it was truly an experience by playing it. I mean, I wasn't born yet at the time, and there was other games I had. I didn't really get into the series until a few years ago, but yeah. This game was just quite unique, and I'm glad I got off the train to get into Midgar. That was just so amazing, and clipping into the reactor and fighting that robot. How cool was that? And the combat was just really fun, and Clyde and Barret were just so amazing. I just love the new, and this game was just a revolution for me, and for this, and for every RPG I've played. It was just really, really great, overall. And yeah. And I started grinding on both Clyde and Barret. It just sounded so amazing. Also, this is spoiler free, keep in mind. I'm not gonna blow out too much into spoilers. And yeah, this game was just quite the treat. It was just quite the treat. Explore Midgar and everything, and yeah. And it just felt just really great and everything, and especially the story. The story is like the best part of this game overall, alongside the gameplay itself and everything. Later on in the game, you'll also be meeting a new character. Yep. Well, first you see Tifa, then you see Aerith, and it's just so unique after all, as you'll get to explore with them. For a lot of the game, and this game is just and it's just so unique. The characters just feel so unique, each with their own special power and abilities that they can throw off. And yeah. So throughout the first few hours of the game, it took me about 10 hours to complete this part. You'll be exploring basically most of Midgar through all of its different areas of the massive city. Or the massive steampunk city that it is, and you'll be buying some new items and everything, and they're already fleshed out. different ways. And yeah, and completing the quest just feels so unique and everything. So now let's get on with the gameplay, of course. Throughout this game, you're gonna be in this big menu right here, and you're gonna be going through a main gimmick. When you're like the main gimmick with your abilities is your special powers called materia. You equip with your character, they give you that ability, and you're like leveling it up and everything, and it just feels like really and there's like different versions of materia that like have its own power, and they're all really cool and everything. So yeah, after you take down the Sinner Corporation, then the biggest experience you'll get explored the big outside world. First, let me show it. Oh no, so guys, you wanna know what the best part about this game is? This is probably the most funnest part ever, but by playing the game, we will get to go to a really cool arcade, yes, known as the Golden Saucer. It's where you get to fight enemies in a big arena and get and get limit breaks, which are these special abilities that your characters can do. Like special attacks. We'll get to like play all kinds of mini games, level up to get on this last, which is Cloud's final limit break and everything. And all feels just like really unique, completing all the mini games here in the Golden Saucer. You even get to replay the G-Bike mini game. Game, you actually get to ride on a freaking motorcycle. How awesome does that sound? That's probably my favorite part of the game. I find the Golden Saucer. It just feels like really fun, really fleshed out. This part is just really unique. And it's already the best part to wonderfully cinematic game with some wonderful gameplay and stuff. But we'll talk about the battle system next. Alright, so yeah. The battle system goes like this. I mean, you got different options, and based on the material you have, outside of attack and item, where you just use attack or use attack or use an item. I mean, there's also like magic materia, some other another one I forgot, and once you deal enough damage to enemies, you'll get limit breaks. I believe it actually depends or something, but yeah, eventually you get limit breaks with like these special powers, and you also get to like summon at one point, and yeah. But let's get in to the world itself. Yeah, like I said, after you leave Midgar, you get through a giant world. You've explored many areas, and they just feel like really fun in every way, and probably like in a really good way. And the characters you encounter are always like really cool to find, and whether they're going through Junon or something, I think that's what it's called. To go save something, I believe, and yeah. Or one point in the game, you see this talking dog in Rent 13. You see his grandpa and stuff, and it just feels so unique when you get to like go to this big mountain area, I believe, or a canyon. It feels like really cool. But I haven't actually gone on with the overworld itself yet. Let's go ahead and talk about that in just a sec. But yeah. In just a minute, you'll get to see the amazing overworld, and like I said, although yes, the graphics aren't really the best nowadays because it's on the original place. Look how great that look. So of course, you get to just walk around. Of course, here's a location, but it's just really fun, and it's just so revolutionary. It's a side quest. Oh boy, this game has some great side quests. Whether it's doing the stuff with finding Yuffie and finding Vincent, or doing the stuff in Wu Tai and doing the big battle thing with Yuffie, it just feels so unique and super satisfying. It makes for an overall really good gaming experience. And yeah. And it's so calling the uniqueness of this game obviously brings an incredibleness that it truly was, and still keeps to how groundbreaking this game is and was. Now we're on to another really cool thing that you can do in the game. As you can ride vehicles. At one point, you can get on an airship. You can get on a submarine at one point, and you can also ride chocobos. Yep. If you aren't familiar with the series, or you to the series and are watching this video, well, there are these chicken things that you can ride around. They're very iconic to the series, of course. And yeah. and they're always a big staple to the series itself. It now has like 15 games. Yeah, and Final Fantasy 16 is happening eventually. I've done a reaction video to that already. Go check it out. Now what's going on with the bosses? Yes, this game has a lot of bosses like many RPGs. Whether it's a big robot thing, whether it's against Sephiroth, which is the game's main villain, whether it's against another thing, just feels like really unique and everything, and just fighting them is just so satisfying and so fascinating. So yeah, this game is full of quests, like I said. And throughout this game, we're basically doing a ton of quests throughout this. There's gonna be one where you disguise as some kind of thing in that group. Forgot what it was because I haven't played the game in 2 years. Though I will eventually replay it before Final Fantasy 16 comes out. But yeah, this game is just it's just full of it. And we have to talk about the cutscenes yet. The cutscenes are amazing. Although they aren't the best nowadays, because the graphics are kind of ugly in the game, but it's all they could do at the time because it was on the OG PlayStation. This game still holds up 23 years later. After all the really good cinematic cutscenes and stuff, and the quests. The quests and the cinematic cutscenes are somewhat the best part of the game. And wonderful story, yes. This game, we had a hero discovering his past after getting off a tree in Midgar, yeah. He was an ex-soldier, yeah. I don't want to go too much about the story to avoid spoilers. Now the last thing that we're going to discuss about this game, and that is mostly the ending part. I'm not going to talk about story-wise, but talk about gameplay-wise. So, of course, you'll be going through, of course, an airship. And this airship is awesome. It's so amazing to ride. You basically get to go through the entire game. Yes, you get the entire game to be, not the entire, we can't backtrack, obviously, story-wise. But we like to re-explore everything and see what you missed and stuff. As I've actually nearly wanted to print this game. And going through it just felt so unique. And you get more materia, yes. More materia. Of course. And you'll even get 3 super bosses you have to fight. You get Ultimate Weapon, with super bosses, there's optional bosses like really hard, they can gain a special thing. There's Ruby Weapon, Emerald Weapon, and Ultimate Weapon. As they're all really big bosses, they're hard to fight, even though I've actually beaten them before. So I've actually really wanted to print this game on my first and thus far only playthrough. But I eventually plan to replay through it. So yeah, now let's get on to Limit Break. So we have really powerful attacks, and you'll have like 4 of them to get throughout the game. And some of them you just get by leveling up, of course, or by using one several times. And now you have to get by like a certain quest. You have to unlock by a certain quest. And yeah. But now let's get on to the characters. This game has, well actually let me find it. Well, I'll be right back once I do it, hold on. Let's get on with the character before we wrap up this video. This game you have Cloud, Barret, Vincent, which is an optional character, but really important to get. Yuffie, also optional character, but really important to get. And you got the story also get XIII, some weird cat robot thing, Cid, some captain of something, Tifa. You get Red 13, some kind of, and you also get Aerith as well, of course. Which is of course which is the only species of her kind, I believe. And yeah, now that's actually it for this video. Before we wrap it up, I gotta score this because it's actually a review overall of what I think of the game. I gotta score it. So yeah, easy 10 out of 10, guys. This Square game case is the best thing I've ever played, alongside Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 and this game are together my favorite games of all time. Yes. Well, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are second, but I love them much as this game. But this game I was truly blown away with. This game, truly, this game truly grabbed me. This game was a true experience. And this game will probably for a while not only be my favorite RPG I've ever played, but my favorite video game. Period. Yeah, such a great game. And if you haven't played it yet, go try it if you'd like. And outside of the original PlayStation release, which is also playable in the PS2 and PS3 with backwards compatibility, you can buy digitally off the PS3. There's also a remastered version, not counting Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I will talk about eventually. It's also on PS4 remastered, like I said. It's on Xbox One remastered. That same version with updated visuals is also on the Switch. And it's on PC as well through both Steam and the Windows Store. And if you have Game Pass, you can play it with there. Thank you guys watching. Thank you guys for watching this video. But why this game is personally my favorite game of all time. Please like and subscribe for more. And see you guys next time. Agent S out.